Hello again, I'm Arinze, and in this particular lesson, we will be helping you answer that question: how do I choose a best career path for myself in the tech space? Well, in this lesson, we would help you answer that question very ultimately. Now, to answer that question, I would like to take you to the beginning of where things started. Why do careers exist in the first place? Have you ever asked yourself that? Think about Adam and Eve, whom we believe are our origin, and think, were they data analysts then? Or were they accountants? Why do careers exist? Well, I'll take you back to our first lecture where we saw problem solving, right? Careers actually exist to solve problems. Now, note that the world is a market. What that means is that everybody faces problems and they constantly are searching for solutions, products and services that can solve that problem for them. Companies are existing to solve these problems and services, which you can call market friction. So they offer their services to this person, he pays back, the company is expanding, they employ this other person. The world is basically a market. You're either buying or you're selling something at some point in the way. So your career is a subset of that global market. So the essence of your career in the first place is not, you cannot say career is like a purpose for life. Exactly. I wouldn't advise you to say so. So yeah, no matter what career you're pursuing, whether you're a doctor or you're a teacher, a software developer, a data analyst, your career cannot exist beyond the need of the market. Your career can only exist to the extent at which the market needs your services or needs the services of the company that you work for. So think about your career as something that is within the confines of market demand. Now, there's one very big question that a lot of people tend to ask again and again. Should I follow my passion or should I follow the money, which is like market demand? Well, let's explore that question because I don't exactly have a direct answer to it. Now, what do you call passion? I think that's where the first problem is, what people call passion. I'll share a very brief story. So let's take John as a name and use him as an example. It is 1990 and John likes to write. Then he discovers a tool called typewriters. So he gets employed, he learns how to use that tool, and he's a typist who uses a typewriter to write for maybe a publishing firm or a school or Wall Street Journal, wherever the case might be. Now, John has been working in this role for 3 years and he likes it so much. The next thing we start hearing from John is, I'm passionate about my job. It is my passion. Is that a correct statement? Would know. Now, it is 2005. Typewriters no longer exist because technology has evolved. We now have Microsoft Office tools that you can use to better publish documents and all. But John is still alive and is still an active working professional. That thing that he called his passion no longer exists. Was he wrong to say that writing or typing with typewriters are his passion? Well, so this is why my answer to this question is, you cannot exactly say you are passionate about a particular tool or a particular process. Instead, I think that you should be passionate about the results that your work produces. That means you should never find yourself saying, I'm passionate about writing code in Django, or I'm passionate about data analysis, or I'm passionate about teaching with pencil and marker and whatever it is. Instead, put your passion in the results that your work produces and always look for an innovative way to improve the output of your work. So right now, John no longer needs to type with typewriters. He now needs a laptop or a desktop computer and then the Microsoft Office environment. But then he's able to type faster and produce much more results. He's not passionate about typewriting or typing, whatever the case might be. Instead, he's passionate about the results that his work produces. Maybe he types for a printing press and the stories that he writes out is able to influence the lives of many people. I think that you should be passionate about the results, not the tool or the process. So you need to be tools agnostic. That means don't be fixed to any tool. When you're choosing a career path, don't say, I'm born to be an analyst or I'm born to be a developer. Be open to different career paths, but define the things that you care about, the results that you care about. Do you want to see people healthy? Then work as a developer or an analyst in the health sector. Do you want to see people educated? Work in the education tech sector. Build startups like Udemy or Coursera or Udacity. Connect your passion to the result and ignore the tools or the process, which are only a means to an end. Discover your passion today. So at the end of the day, if you come back to my first slide, your career can never exist beyond the confines of market demand. When there was typewriters, John was a typist using a typewriter. But now, typewriters no longer exist. If John wanted to stick to typewriters, he would be there, stuck in 1990s forever. He would never have a new job. So technologies, processes, and tools would always evolve. So in choosing a career path in tech, you must keep a very open mind. I mean, a very open mind, such that you are open to jump from one tool to another tool, and from that tool to another tool, from one career path to another. But try your best to connect your passion to a result that you care about. And there's this quote I have here for you. Is the fact that you will never truly know what you like best until you try it out. I started learning digital marketing. At some point, I was learning cryptocurrencies. I was learning data analysis, product management, WordPress development, backend development. I've learned so many things. But it's in the course of exploring all these stuff that I discovered what I really cared about. I would never have known how much I love product management until I became a product manager myself. And I would never have known how much I loved entrepreneurship until I started trying out entrepreneurship hands-on. So be open to try out new things, because you never truly know what you love best until you try it out. That thing that you think you love best now, wait until you see something else. In choosing a career path, something that can be very helpful is that you can note your personality type. What are the things that you like more? Do you like technical stuff or non-technical stuff? Do you like to be a lot oral? Do you like to talk with people? Do you like to manage people? All of these personality traits can help you clinch towards one career path or the other. But don't forget to be open to trying stuff out. Also pay attention to your transferable skills. Did you study mathematics, or you studied engineering, or you study mass communication? What are those things that when you move from that place you're coming from, or you have experience in banking, then you do well in the fintech industry, right? So pay attention to your transferable skills and look for a way you can connect them to the new career they are trying to choose. That way, you are able to settle for a better career path that you are most likely to function effectively in. Ensure to keep an open mind to explore new things. At the end of the day, you are looking for that space where you are most efficient and you're able to deliver the most results. And the impact of the results that you are delivering is something you truly care about. There's this quote from Steve Jobs, and I attached a picture. Look at Steve Jobs when he was younger, and now look at him older, smiling about the work that he does. Don't forget that Steve Jobs once got kicked out of Apple, and what did you do next? He founded Next, and also founded a company that got acquired by Disney, that's Pixar Studios. At the end of the day, what kept Steve Jobs happy was the results from those different endeavors. It was not that he's passionate about being an iPhone engineer and passionate about producing just the MacBooks. He was really open to explore different stuff, provided it got him that same result that he really cared about. And if you know Steve Jobs well, you know that something Steve Jobs cared about was changing the world. And every single company that he built, directly or indirectly, has changed our world. What's that thing that Steve Jobs said? He said that your work is going to fill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. If you have not found that thing that you love, ensure you keep searching. Don't settle. It is going to fill a large part of your life. Ensure you only settle for great work. As you go forward from this lesson, to start your career in tech, in whichever career path that you're going to choose, I hope you find the courage to get started and the consistency to continue in this journey that you're going to start. I want you to know that you might have a million excuses, and all of them are valid. I don't have a laptop, I do not have data, in my area there's no electricity supply. All of the excuses are valid. I cannot start sharing my stories here, but I also started from a very humble background. I am an underdog, just like you are. Start from where you are. Start with what you have. Don't allow your excuses to count. Like I said, your excuses are valid, but you know the funny thing, they will not give you the results that you want. Do you truly want that result? Then go get started. Look for an alternative. Look for a way out. Ensure you get started in tech today. I'm Arinze Onyasidem, and thank you for tuning in to the Get Into Tech program. Cheers.